Hey everyone, Chrissy here. I think I am live. It has been another crazy week in here in the US of A, and lots going on. I just wanted to sort of start out. Now I'm positioned a different way just because we're saying that they couldn't see because of the light from the other. Now there is a window across from me, so we'll see if this works. But as far as I know a lot of you complained last week about the blurriness. It's because as I understand it, I called and I'm gonna have to go and get a whole new internet provider, because the provider that I have, it only allows up to 10 speed, so it's not even the fastest speed that I can get. So yeah, so that's an issue. So I'm looking into it, and hopefully I'll have that fixed by the next time I come on. I'm only going to be on next week if something massive breaks. That's the only time I really like to come on, is if stuff is happening and I can use my the things, the knowledge that I have to help everybody kind of understand what's going on. So anyway, so having said that, I just want to mention, of course, which I always forget to bring up, is Soul Tribe certified. If you guys are interested, I have tomorrow I am going to do a bunch of updates. So if anybody wants to go over there and check things out, let me share my screen. Hold on. Share my screen if I can do this right. So, all right. So basically, if you are a Soul Tribe member, or you have a small business and you sell either products or services, and you would like to be on the list here, eventually I am going to let you guys know. Eventually I'm gonna make it so that everybody, probably by the 1st of 2025, like January, I'm going to try and make it so that everybody can buy their stuff directly on the site. They can just, instead of kind of redirecting you to other websites, everybody will be able to just order stuff here, and it'll go to their stuff. But you know what I mean? It'll just be easier for people who are interested. So as you can see here, we've got Lady D and her stuff, Sarah Ashley Astrology. She's got some great stuff. Wiggly Canine, which is Golden Eagles business. She sells dog supplies, pets. Light, Love, and Healing Crochet from Amy Gazelle. She infuses her energy, her healing energy, with the garments. It's really fascinating. Anyway, Carrie's Crystal Shop, of course. She sent me so much stuff. I got one of these. I've got so much stuff, and shout out to Carrie. Thank you so much for all of your generosity, team, for sending me stuff. She sends me stuff. It's amazing. I'm just really appreciate that, sister. Also, Novena Design. This is Michelle Richardson. You've probably seen her in the chat before. She creates jewelry, and she said she's going to send me a ring. So as soon as I get it, I'll show you guys. But anyway, she's been an entrepreneur since 1990. She also is a makeup artist and instructor and owner of a California makeup academy. So she artist behind Nova Design. And so if you want to check that out and buy some jewelry, you get $10 off with your purchase and free shipping for the Soul Tribe discount. So her website is there. Of course, we've got Harley Ray, which everybody loves. She's got so much stuff at her place. She's got candles, and you can do you can shop kit bundles, bracelets, new arrivals, candles. She's got pretty much everything that you could possibly need, and she just joined. I've got another person that is about to join, and I just have paperwork yet. I'm going to get that done. So it'll probably be up this weekend. But yeah, there's that. And then, of course, I created this spiritual connection board. This is basically a forum where you guys can just post stuff that you think people should hear. I'm going to be updating it, adding a lot of videos. So a lot of the videos that like Jason and Delphine, they talk about, I'll stick them here. I've got a whole bunch to put. I'm going to put a whole section on here for Trump's assassination attempt. And then, of course, the Biden bullshit that we're dealing with right now. So anyway, that'll all be coming soon. There's also, if you want to source your food, so there's farmers markets all over this country. And if you want to source your food in your state, you can click on that. And supposedly it's going to come up. I don't know what happened. There we go. And so you can click on your state and all of this, like I'm in Washington, all of the farmers markets that are listed, you get they'll be in the map. There's a map that pops up. My computer's running really slow because I have so many tabs open. So just bear with me. So see, these are all the farmers markets in Washington state, and they're all listed here, and you can get the information, and that's for every single state. So I thought that was important for everybody to be able to, start sourcing your food and not really relying on these big grocery chains, because we know how crappy it is, the food's getting. There's also a section in here for the different shows, videos to watch. Obviously, I've got Lake Warrior Network, Light Warrior Network, Soul Therapy, Sarah Ashley. There's mine. Julie Green is on here. Her Rumble channel is listed here, so you don't have to search everywhere. You can just come here and click on the Rumble, and her stuff comes out. Laura's View and Tarot 2, which is another one. The Bashar channel, the X22 report, if you want to watch that. I've got a couple more I'm going to be adding, and I'll add a different Bashar channel. So video, because the one that was there apparently is gone. So anyway, just kind of giving you an idea of what's here on the Soul Tribe. It is free to use. The only reason that I have to pay, that I have to start, I have to charge something. It's a monthly cost to have this and of course the domain name, and I had to put out a lot of money to get it started, and then it's monthly. I have to pay to keep the site up. So that's the only, honestly, that I'm charging the businesses. Hopefully, when everything is great, we don't have to worry so much about money, then I'll just add people on here, and that's all I really wanted to begin with. But anyway, so I just wanted to share this with you so you guys could see that real quick. Alrighty. And now let's see, where am I at? Oh my goodness, this is going to be funny. All right, so I gotta play this real quick. This is hilarious. Might as well start out with some for everybody. Hi everybody, Jean. Hi Jody. Okay, and so this cracked me up. I decided I've got to share it. So there we go. Here we go.
He's about to get wet. I just can't do it.
Anyway, that's all. I just wanted that little bit to show, because that was just too funny. I was like, oh my God, really? You gotta like it. Anyway, so all right, so I've got like a whole bunch of stuff to get going on here. Let's see, let me pull my stuff up. Hold on, I forgot to pull my, unlike Jason, I plan all my stuff, right? So I have like a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so first thing is first, I want to talk about, hold on, let me see. Oh gosh, there's so much going on. All right, so this just came in about maybe an hour ago. When was this? Hold on, let me look at the thingy. You guys can see me right on you. Just double checking because I don't know. Anyway, this came in. It just says today. All right. Well, let me share my screen. This just came in. So this is interesting. I think they're heating things up here. So this says here the U.S. Canadian. Hold on. Allow that. Okay. All right. So this just came out about an hour ago. It says here that the U.S. Canadian fighters intercept Russian Chinese bombers off of Alaska. Says at least 6 NORAD fighters, including F-35, F-16, and CF-188 jets, were intercepted Russian and Chinese bombers inside the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. And this actually happened yesterday, but they just reported it about an hour or two ago. Says that on July 24th, NORAD detected, tracked, and intercepted 2 Russian Tu-95 and 2 Chinese H-6 aircraft operating within the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. The intercept was conducted by NORAD fire jets from both the United States and Canada. According to the Russian MOD, the Russia and Chinese bombers were involved in a joint air patrol lasting more than 5 hours. Okay, right. What in the hell are you doing over Alaska? That's all I'm saying. Like, you don't need to be doing that. It says, quote, an air group consisting of 2 95MS strategic missile carriers of the Russian Aerospace Forces and H-6K strategic bombers of the PLA Air Force carried out air patrols over the water of Chukchi, Bering Seas, and the Norfolk Ocean, a news release says. During the flight, Russian and Chinese crews worked out issues of interaction at all stages of the air patrol area of joint operations. Fire air cover was provided by Su-306SM and Su-35S aircraft and of the Russian Aerospace Forces. So essentially, they were supposedly involved in some exercise in the Pacific region near Hawaii, but then they went over and beyond up through to Alaska. And so thank you to our Canadian neighbors. Thank you for helping with that. So I don't know what in the hell that was about. I mean, obviously they're saying that they're doing quote, practices or whatever. They're practicing. We'll see. I just find that really weird. If they're practicing off of Hawaii, what the hell they need to go all the way up through to Alaska? So anyway, just something to keep in mind. That happened earlier today. At least it was reported earlier today. So there's that. And then, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. All right. So I'm just going to go through briefly what went on in the last week before I'm going to get to the latest on the assassination attempt on Trump, because I have a lot to say about that. I'm going to give it to you from investigators. I worked criminal defense, and I also worked for the city prosecutor's office in the criminal division for a period of time. And that working like cases and that kind of cases, felony cases. So I just wanted to give you, and while my experience is state, not federal, I just want to give you some of the things that I'm questioning. But anyway, all right. So let's just start out with, of course, Monday. We all knew it was coming. It was actually, I believe, Sunday, right? That Joe Biden, basically, he resigned, pulled out of the presidential race. And now that was after, oh my God, this was crazy. So Friday, what day would that be? The 19th? I believe it was Friday the 19th. There were reports that obviously, I guess Joe Biden was supposed to have some event in Las Vegas, and basically it's law enforcement that were talking about, let's see, where is it? Yeah, major medical. So here, let me share my screen on this. So, yeah, so basically there was a major medical issue. I mean, a lot of people have already heard all of this stuff. Some of the stuff that I'm going to count, I just want to just make sure, you know, put it out there that there's a bunch of other stuff going on. So anyway, so yeah, so it says here that that in an explosive report, Biden suffered a major medical emergency just before he disappeared from public. I mean, come on, people. Does that look like Joe Biden? I'm saying, come on. Says here there were multiple citing anonymous personnel close to the matter claim that Biden may be facing serious. Said that the doctor experienced upper respiratory symptoms to include runny nose and a non-productive cough, blah blah blah. But then there were people who see, I don't even think this is the one that I wanted. Hold on. Here, police sources closed. This is the one that I wanted to share. I'm going to share this one instead. Yeah, because police sources are the ones that actually reported this. It wasn't just some crazy person on the, on TikTok or somewhere. This was actually reported by police source claimed that Biden suffered an undisclosed medical emergency in Las Vegas. So basically Air Force One flew so fast the plane shook. That was one of the reports. Okay, where's the rest of this article? It doesn't want to come. Anyway, the bottom line is he resurfaced, I think it was yesterday, briefly. The whole thing, there was a thing the other day involved. I think there's so much. This whole thing is just so weird. So we have Biden dropped, first of all, medical emergency. That's basically so they can bring him out. Then we have him dropping out of the race, and now thinks she's in, and that's a whole other thing. And it's my understanding that there's actually two, I think, articles of impeachment, one for Biden under the 25th Amendment and one for Kamala because of the border SAR, the fact she was the border SAR, she let all these come in. Like, this is all planned. Listen, there's a reason that she was put in charge of that border, because then they could take her out, right? So she thinks she's going to be everybody's acting as though she's going to be the candidate at the DNC, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here, because I just don't see it. I really don't. This is just crazy what's going on. Yeah, here, GOP. Hold on, let me share this. So here's another article that okay. So this is from this is Tennessee Republican has filed articles of impeachment against Vice President Kamala Harris, citing her record on immigration and breach of public trust regarding President Joe Biden's physical and mental health. There was a whole bunch of stuff that went on in the inquiry today. Actually, what was so interesting was that Marjorie Taylor Greene, she got up and she said that because of Kamala, look at all the thousands of people and the people from gangs and everywhere else that have come in here. So, they're really going after her. They really want her out. So the fact of the matter is that she shouldn't be anywhere near the Oval Office. I mean, there's just no way. This whole thing is just show. It has to be, because this doesn't make any sense. It says here, on her watch, every single town. This is what Senator Ogle said. On her watch, every single town has become a border town. Hundreds of thousands of Americans have overdosed on illicit drugs brought across the southern border. Countless women and children have been raped and murdered. The filing also claims that Harris failed to exercise her sworn duty to exercise the 25th Amendment to remove, when it, quote, became apparent he was mentally and physically incapable of continuing to serve. And so basically they are citing a desire to unite this party because Biden quit the presidential race earlier, and the thing is that people are endorsing her. So I don't know I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of at a loss at this point. This is like so ridiculous. This was, I wanted to show you guys this. This was in I think this was December. They were starting to get Biden impeachment. Here we go. Yeah, so this was back in, let's see, no, March of this year. So this was on as of March 20th. The House impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden is at a crossroad, lacking the political appetite from within the Republican ranks to go forward with actual impeachment, facing political pressure to deliver after months of work. So they had already started the impeachment process for President Joe Biden. This is just like, now they're ready. Now they have, and not only that, but the whole show with them talking about the whole show of Congress with, you've got, Marjorie Taylor Greene and all these other people. Yeah, here, this is, hold on. I'm going to show you this because this was interesting. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she was on the floor today talking about why Kamala Harris needs to be impeached. So let me share this with you because this was really interesting. Hold on. Here we go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since being appointed by border czar by President Joe Biden, Kamala Harris has undoubtedly been a complete failure in her job and has destroyed our country by releasing a record-setting levels of criminals, rapists, and terrorists into our communities. Despite the attempts of the fake news media to whitewash her appointment as border czar, as Axios correctly reported, and they're now lying and say they never did, she was in fact labeled a border czar by nearly every major news outlet across the country. Border czar Kamala Harris said, "Do not come," yet proudly welcomed 11.5 million illegals from over 160 countries, including over 2 million known gotaways who completely evaded U.S. authorities. She stood by and allowed these people to come in and idly watched our children and women being raped by illegal alien criminals. She's not just allowing them to come. The policies of the administration allow the CBP One app to import over 400,000 illegals into American communities. Under her watch as border czar, this has happened. She can fake it for the photo ops, but we know that Kamala Harris wholeheartedly supports the chaos at our border, the chaos in our streets, and the chaos in the families who have been victims of her open border policies. Border czar Harris outlandishly compared ICE to KKK and radically called for the ICE to be abolished. She also posted the Minnesota Freedom Fund to bail out violent Black Lives Matter terrorists who burned down cities, looted stores, destroyed communities, and caused over $2 billion in damage to American communities all over America. Kamala Harris is not only the border czar.
Yep. So that was Marjorie Taylor Greene. Love her. She basically, listen, all of the left, they've been crazy talking about crazy, I mean, just what we've been through as a country is just outrageous. I still can't get over that this is what we're doing in this country. But if you remember, I want to bring up this was from Telegram. Now, I don't know if you guys ever go to Sherry Ray, but I wanted to bring this up because, yes, it's about Q, blah blah blah. But what it was more about is what this was forwarded from Tucker Carlson. Okay, this is what it says here. Each candle loses nothing when lighting another. For each candle lighted, the darkness fades. Scum will rise to the top. Dirt will fall to the bottom. Dirt is easier to clean than scum. If you chop the legs off the table, the whole table will fall. United we stand, patriot together. Where we go one, we go all. Unity is key. We are the maps are key. C is key. Waves are key. You are the key. Me are key. Truth is key. What is a door that has no key? The key that opens all doors. The start. What is the keystone? You have the script, you have the screenplay, you have the playbook, you know the actors, you know the set, you know the score, you have the answers. Let them know right now. Producing right now. Need is your audience. We have it all. You have all you need to start. You are the missing connection. Continue to build the map. Map provides the key. Key spreads the truth. Truth shines light. Light saves humanity. Future proves past. Just the plan. The time has come. The storm is now. You are the storm. You will know when you are done. When you see. You look to Twitter. Exactly this. My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. God bless. Stay together. Be strong. Get organized. Be heard. Fight the censorship. You, the people, have all the power. You simply forgot how to play. Together you are invincible. They want you divided. They want you silenced. They make noise. We are here with you. Make it rain. This is about saving America, and then the world will follow. We are all God's children. We are fathers. We are mothers. We are daughters. We are sons. We are brothers. We are sisters. Learn the truth. Mainstream media has you brainwashed. They want you controlled. They want you enslaved. They want you divided. They want you dependent. Learn the truth. We do not look at race. We do not look at skin color. We do not look at religion. We do not look at gender. We do not look at creed. We do not look at right. We do not look at class. We do not look at political affiliation. We do not look at sect. We do not look at culture. We look at people. We look at deeds. We look at actions. We look at truth. We look at you. We are patriots. Learn the truth. We are united in these states of America. We are and will always be patriots. We must rise again. We must unite. We must fight again for God and country. God bless America. Learn the truth. Where we go one, we go all. Truth. Those who know, know. Those who see, see. Those who hear, hear. Only justice should be blind. Shine the light of truth. Together we are strong. Divided we are weak. They want you divided. Stay strong, patriots. Together we win. You have powerful friends. We are all watching. We are all waiting. Learn the truth. So anyway, so that was posted, and I thought that it was very powerful because in all the crap that's going on right now, the most important thing, honestly, and this is the thing, I'm not inciting violence. I'm not inciting, violent protesting and all of that. What I'm saying is that when we stand together for whatever it is that you guys that's going on, either in your community, at your schools, there were people in the chat yesterday. If you guys watched, let's see, what's today? I'm so confused. Today's Thursday, so yesterday, last night, Lady D was on, and people in the chat, we were talking about the education system and it is, and it's just like, listen, the only way that this shit changes, honestly, is if parents need to band together, forget differences. I mean, the goal is, it's all about the children. You're supposed to do what's right for the kids, no matter what else is going on in the world. Okay. And I think that's the most important message. When they say that they're waiting for us, I mean, basically, one person is not going to save everything. I mean, yes, we want President Trump in, obviously, but there's so many other things that I want to say about that, but I'll leave it for another time. But the bottom line is that we have to start taking control over our own lives, not allowing these other people to control us. That's what it's all about, really. And I think too, we need to look to God during these times. Use your discernment. Watch things, but like the way I've been doing it is I try react. It's very hard. Listen, Delphine has heard me go rambling. It's like, I'll be talking like, I can't believe it. I get really passionate because I'm very passionate about the country, and it makes me so angry that we've allowed our country basically to be hijacked by these freaking elites that just want us dead. Basically, they think we're scum off. They think we're like lower off of the shoe. I mean, it's awful. And I think in order for us to get to unbrainwash, okay, the kids that are growing up now, that in 10 years are going to be in their 20s going to college and whatever, we have to really create a world that we want to leave, and this isn't it. I mean, we're all debt slaves. Everybody's just trying to make it, paycheck to paycheck, month to month. People have to decide, should I get this medication? It's too expensive. Do I eat this week? I mean, that's where we're at. Gas is astronomical. I managed to find $3.99 gas, and it was like 45 for me. But here on the corner, it's like I think it was $4.79 a gallon the last I checked. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And eggs out here are going almost $7 for a dozen. I mean, this is outrageous. Is this the way, I just think we need a new direction for this country. I think that they're working to try and get both Kamala and Biden out. They have started Fifth Amendment procedures. I think they originally started it in December, if I remember correctly, and then they were at an impasse. But now with all of his health stuff, and he dropped out of the race, and all thinks she's the it girl. I just don't see it. I'm going to be really upset if she does become the first, woman president. I certainly don't want that in my history. I mean, that's scary. I'm sorry. She needs to be removed immediately, in my opinion. I don't think anybody should be endorsing her. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I feel like there's a reason that they're going into Chicago. We'll see. But I feel like it's going to be, if they don't get rid of Kamala, it'll be a Kamala Michelle Obama ticket. But it's a possibility. It could always be Michelle Obama, Big Mike, and Barack Obama, because there's nothing that prevents a previous president from running as a VP. But that's scary, because then you're talking about, him control. I mean, if in fact this is the other thing that I get concerned about, because we've been talking about all this, the white hats and blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, if the white hat operation is working on this, if there is a white hat operation, or if there's a section of the cabal, the deep state, whatever the hell you want to call it, that's running this operation, then it would make sense to me that they're going to put in who they want to put in, right? So that means that there is no white hat operation, and they're going to do what they want. But the way that I look at it is, I feel like there just has to be, there's many things that I've seen that I believe lean towards the fact that there is something going on in the country trying to right the ship. I think we need to look at God at this time, because really the only thing that is going to change the hearts and minds of everybody that's going on, that's doing these bad things, is God's point. It really is. And I want to play a couple of I'm going to play a couple of prophecies for you. Let me, I kind of went off script. Basically, I'll just go through. I'll do this. I'll tell you. So basically what happened was, Monday, of course, was the director of the Secret Service, Cheadle, versus Congress. Hold on. I've got to get a Kleenex. I'll be right back, everybody. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. I didn't going to need a Kleenex, but I do. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Okay. So basically they berated her. It was a shit show. It was a clown show. That's what it was. The whole thing was allowed to happen. To what? I mean, this is like the worst murder mystery like that I've ever heard of in my life. The way that this all went down, and I'm going to talk about that. But so basically, by Tuesday morning, Cheadle resigned. She was a fall girl, but I think obviously Christopher Wray was testifying yesterday. He's like, oh, he's been through all this shit. Listen, Christopher Wray has his hand in all this. Okay, going back to Obama, Bush, he's been around for a very long time, and he's got his hands dirty in many things, and I think we're going to see very, very shortly. I do bring up that I want to remind everybody now. This is so important. People have forgotten, and when I started like really researching stuff before even the Q stuff came out, I was looking at stuff. Then Q came out, and then all I did was I would look at the post. What's this? And then I would go and research it and like that. And while that was going on, if you guys remember that Sean Hannity was on Fox News, and he was bringing out like him and John Solomon from The Hill. They were bringing out all the crap that Obama's administration did. Obviously, we have the FISA gate, which is basically the way they do it is they have people meet, they have assets. So they'll have like a CIA quote asset. Doesn't mean that they act for the CIA. Maybe they contract for the CIA or the FBI, and they go out and they shake somebody's hand. And what they were they were using that as like, okay, well, now we can get their information. So then they would go to the FISA court where it was Justice Roberts that was signing this shit. Let's just remind you of that. And then that person would be under investigation, under surveillance, even if they didn't have anything to do with anything. Okay. So that was going on. Okay. That was in 2017, 2018. Those were the bigger stories. There was the Russia hoax. There was the Russia gate. There was basically where, that whole thing was crazy. They had a whole thing set so that they would be able to then they wanted General Flynn out because General Flynn was supposed to be liaison for the Russian embassy. I believe that's what it was. And they said that, he spoke to them and it wasn't part of, he wasn't supposed to. And then you have, of course, all the spying that went on in Obama's camp. They were spying on President Trump's presidential campaign, which is highly illegal. You're not allowed to do that. So there was that going on. Then you had the Pizzagate stuff that came out. You had the hammer. The hammer was the machine, the big program that Obama's, I believe it was Obama's DOJ, FBI, CIA. They created this thing called the hammer, and they can just look you up. All your shit comes up. That was highly illegal as well. You're not supposed to be doing that. There's so many things that went down during the Obama presidency. He gave pallets, something, I want to say it was something like $6 billion in cash to Iran. Okay. He sent them in pallets, plane load of money, our fucking money, to Iran. That's why we're seeing the mess that we're seeing now. And President Trump, he had him so broke, he just, they would have made a deal to do whatever. It's just, and now we've sent all of this money over to the Ukraine, and there's many operations going on. It's crazy. So I just think that it's important that we remember during these times what else has gone while these other people, all of a sudden, Obama's been sort of now he's coming out of the woodwork. So I'm just, it's just very what's going on out there. I'm just, So we had all that on this week. Also, so we've got that. Okay, I wanted to. Yeah, Bob Menendez, he resigned. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a U.S. Senator. Hold on, I'll share my screen on this. This also occurred. This happened, I believe it was on Tuesday. He resigned. This guy, he's a motherfucker. He is resigning a Senate seat effective August 20th. And it says here, Democrat Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey will resign his seat effective August 20th, according to the resignation letter he obtained by CNN. In July, Menendez was convicted of 16 counts, including bribery, extortion, wire fraud, obstruction of justice, and acting as foreign agent for his role in a years-long bribery scheme. Tuesday's development marked a major moment in Jersey Senator's dramatic political downfall and will bring an end to his scandal-plagued tenure in the Senate. Menendez had faced a mounting pressure from within his own party to resign or face threat of expulsion from the Senate. And let's see. I'm surprised they obviously, I mean, the guy is a scumbag, okay? He's a scumbag. He says Menendez stepped down as chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee last year, but had long rejected calls for his resign. In the light of the guilty verdict, Senator Menendez must now do what is right for his constituents, the Senate, and our country, and resign. Schumer was on the ethics committee and brought that. Now, this is what's crazy about all this. So this guy, he's a piece of shit. He's been doing stuff like that for years. Basically, he was getting a lot of people. He would get things as favors. They were giving him gold bars. They were giving him, private jets. Giving him, I think, a car. He was able to get, I don't know, a Mercedes or something. I mean, in exchange for his support, to use wield his influence as a U.S. senator. And so he was basically taking bribes from people from other foreign countries. That's treasonous. That's outrageous. It's been crazy. I'm just, and I hadn't even heard about this. I mean, I just happened to come across that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, of course he's a fucking Democrat, but they all, listen, it's on both sides of the fence. Okay. I'm not going to say that it's not a uniparty at this juncture. So anyway, so I wanted to mention that because that was just outrageous to me. I was like, seriously? The other thing that happened this week, let's see. I don't think I need this, basically. Yeah, I mean, I pulled up in congress.gov. Hold on. Is where I got the information on the impeachment affidavits of impeachment that's going through for both Biden, and I got it from Congress, uscongress.gov, I believe. But anyway, so that's going on. We've also got, let's see, what else? What I thought was very interesting. This was something that I was like, what the heck is going on here? So let me share my screen with you so that you guys, okay, so basically the FBI raided the former New York governor's aide's house. It says here, the Long Island home of a former aide to New York Governor Kathy Hochul was raided by the FBI early Tuesday morning. Linda Soon, Hochul's former deputy chief of staff, had her $3.5 million home swept by federal agents. Neither Soon nor her husband, Chris Hugh, have been accused of wrongdoing. They lived together in a 5-bedroom house located in a gated community on the North Shore of Long Island. Property records show that they own the house until March, and then it was transferred into a trust. Now, that information is very interesting to me. The only reason that they would do that is if they know something's on the horizon and they were preparing for it. Seriously. I thought that was just crazy because, like, well, they wouldn't raid the house for nothing. They're in a gated community. I mean, how in the hell did a deputy aide, chief of staff aide, get that much? They live in a $3.5 million home. I mean, there's questions that need to be answered, but I found that really, I wonder if it had anything to do with the Littles. I have no idea. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying something more to this story and we need to watch it. So that happened. The other thing that I so interesting, I want to touch upon the this is really crazy, man. So the let me share my screen with this. So the Olympics starts tomorrow, I believe it is, and the Olympics are going to be in Paris. And this, okay, so this is what we're seeing here. Look at this. It's all the opening ceremony. Okay. It says here, this is one ceremony, several firsts. The opening ceremony of the 2024 Olympic Games will be bold, original, unique. On July 26th, that's tomorrow, Paris 2024 will offer an opening ceremony that is certain to join the most memorable moments of Olympic history. Now, this is, for the first time in history, the first time the Olympic Summer Games, the opening ceremony, will not take place in a stadium. Paris 2024 is breaking new ground by bringing sports into the city, and the same will be true of the opening ceremony set to be held in the heart of the city along its main artery, the Seine. It's the Seine River. Okay, so the ceremony taking on a new guise, the parade of athletes will be held online with boats for each delegation. These boats will be equipped with cameras to allow television and online to see the athletes up close. Winding their way from east to west, the 10,500 athletes will cross through the center of Paris, the overall playing field for the games, on which the competitors will display their sporting prowess over the next 16 days. The parade will come to an end of its 6-kilometer route in front of the, oh geez, I know I'm going to butcher this. I am so sorry for everybody that's French. Is it the Trocadero? Trocadero. I said that right. I botched it. Where the remaining of the Olympic protocol and final shows will take place. Now, this is so crazy. The ceremony is open to as many people as possible at first. 80 giant screens and strategically placed speakers will allow everyone to enjoy the magical atmosphere of this show, reverberating throughout the French capital. The opening ceremony for the Olympic Games Paris 2024 will be the largest in Games history. It will be open to all residents from Paris region, as well as visitors from France and around the world. So I find that very interesting that they are doing this wide open when we have so many threats that are going on in the world. Okay, why? I mean, like, this is my thought on this, and I'm just gonna say what I think, even though it's probably gonna be, you guys might think I'm crazy, but that's okay. It is gonna be very interesting. I am just wondering, I mean, the fact that how can you possibly secure an entire river like that? This has to be either, I mean, and I hate to say it, could it be part CGI, part AI? I don't know. I guess it will remain to be seen for people that are putting up their videos that are actually there. But it also is scary to me because isn't that leave the thing wide open to being like something bad happening? I'm just saying, I'm a little worried about that. I don't understand why they wouldn't do it have the opening ceremony in a stadium that's, definitely secured versus all of this. Something, I don't know what you think of that, but if you leave it in the comments, I'd appreciate it to see what you guys think of that, because I'm just like, what the hell is this? It's a little weird. But anyway, so anyway, let me get to, I wanted to play this because this is hilarious. Wait, where's the other one? This one is, let me play this one first, because this is hilarious. This guy was on Instagram. Oh my God. I couldn't stop laughing. And let me just share this with you. And you're gonna die laughing. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I'm gonna reset it. Sorry, everybody. Talk among yourselves. Technical difficulties. Okay, so here we go. You're gonna die laughing.
Out in Kamala's in. The election went from drool runnings to cool runnings faster than a female cop can fumble her firearm. Move over, RFK, this November with a new throat goat, and apparently her headshots don't miss. Kamala Harris, or as we call her, Warhawk Tua, the half-black, half-Indian parents met at a 7-Eleven robbery, is officially the Democratic nominee. Surely the Dems, the party that calls Trump the end of democracy, surely allowed the voters to choose Kamala, right? What? No? Wait, there's no right to choose? Guys, this is a presidential election, not a woman's body in Oklahoma. Now, I don't want to seem like a flat earthing, dinosaur denying, believe all women conspiracy theorist, but it kind of feels like the Democrats dragged Biden's lifeless corpse through the campaign long to avoid a primary so they could place whoever they wanted as the nominee. And that's about as democratic as North Korea's Got Talent. Bar last year's winner, Ching Chong Chess, 46 rats. Congratulations, Ching Chong. That's a lot of rats. We'll look forward to seeing how many you eat next year. What I'm saying is they used vegetable to install a plant. And honestly, we would have been happier with a. But the reality is it doesn't matter. Last week, Trump became invincible. Literally. He was leading before, and now he's number one with a bullet. At this point, if the Dems wanted to beat Thrifty Cent, they'd have to run George Washington. And Kamala worked for him. Paid. Now, why is Trump invincible? Because he has the power of Hulkamania, obviously, brother, with a hard R. And also because this pimple-lipped, pug-faced incel, we'll call him a trench bulldog, tried to make Trump's brain public domain. Fortunately, even a bullet couldn't make Donald open-minded. Now, getting a shot off at the president must be an incredibly difficult thing to accomplish. I mean, not as difficult as finding binoculars to fit. Jesus, he looks like the sloth from Ice Age, but he must have designed a pretty ingenious plot to circumvent the secrets. Oh, what's that? Wait, you're saying that Herbie Potter was just walking around with a loaded gun like he was on like Baldwin's set? He was carrying a fucking ladder and a rangefinder. He propped it up on a building that had cops in it, positioned himself on the roof with a perfect sight line to the president, and no one did anything? This Mickey Mouse security detail is so goofy it made Donald duck. Oh boy. Who's in charge of the Secret Service? A lady? Wait, what? Seriously? Well, of course she didn't have on top of the building. Women only care about shots on a roof when there's a pool party. Now, I don't want to seem like a Bigfoot tracking, moon landing denying Jews don't control the weather conspiracy theorist, but it doesn't exactly feel like a 20-year-old fetal alcohol face McLovin should be able to infiltrate the most advanced security detail in history. I mean, the only other thing he's penetrated was his palm. Did Kim Cheadle hire Epstein's NyQuil Night Watch? What the fuck is going on here? This just doesn't feel right. And that's the problem. Nothing feels right. We have officially entered the post-truth age. We can't trust the media. We can't trust the government. We can't trust the pharmaceutical industry. We can't even trust the food we eat. So who can you trust? Me, your good friend Chelsea. This episode.
All right. So that was that. I just so funny, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta share it. Yeah, so as far as he's right. I mean, we can't really trust anything at this point. Hey, oh my gosh, hey Lady D, thanks for showing. I know you've been busy. She's been like so busy, this girl. She runs crazy. She's been all over the place. Anyway, so yeah, so I just wanted to play that. It was hilarious. And it's true, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. This is a good segue into what I really wanted to talk about, which was the assassination attempt on President Trump and the investigation. Because at this juncture, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, people? This is really ridiculous at this point. I'm going to let me see. This is just heartbreaking. I mean, I don't know. I don't even. Okay, let me start by saying this. I'm gonna play this. This is Benny Johnson. I wanted to play this because he talks about what was going on, some of the latest crap that's going on. It's just outrageous. Anyway, let's see. I think it was, I forget where it is. Hold on. No. Oh. Okay, secret. I think it's this one. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm gonna play this and we'll talk.
Get ready. A very, very quick rundown of what we know from Senator Josh Hawley. We know, according to whistleblowers inside of the Secret Service, that they did not send Secret Service agents to protect Donald Trump that day. In fact, the lady Ghostbusters that you saw running around being incapable of holstering their weapons, LARPing as Secret Service, those people were just investigative agents, paper pushers from inside of DHS. They were not Secret Service agents.
Okay, so let me just say something very quickly about that. What they are is basically would have been people like what I was. I used to be they're on a federal level. Let me just say this. They're on a level. I worked on state. Okay, so state felony cases, homicides, robberies, assault, rape, a whole gamut of felony type investigations. Okay, so when he says that they were just investigative agents within, they were basically, they'd go out, probably maybe take witness statements, get it, order evidence, order stuff that they might need. If they needed communications from this or that, you would make. So they're like a desk pusher. Now, having said that, I don't know if these ladies, any of them had a PI or I don't know what the protocol is, if they have to have any kind of weapons training before they get that position. On the state level, we weren't allowed to carry a weapon because, I worked public defense. I also worked for the city attorney's office in the criminal division, the pre-filing investigation. So somebody would get arrested. I would have to go talk to the victim, say, do you want to move forward with this and that? We were never allowed to carry a weapon, number one. But number two, if you do have a weapon here in Washington State, you have to have a investigation license, and you have to pass a test, and you send, obviously your fingerprints are on file and all that. So there's a whole process. Now, on a federal level, I don't know exactly what their protocol inside DHS. I don't know if their agents do get any kind of weapons training. I don't know. So, but they were just probably investigators just sitting, making and interviewing people, which is probably, or setting up interviews. I don't even know what they do. Very disturbing to me. Such an egregious thing that they did. I mean, to basically what they did was they set this up. They pulled off from President Trump, his team. They've been saying that they wanted they've been denying requests from Trump's team for more Secret Service agents, and it was because Jill Biden had some type of a fundraiser or something at a local casino in the same exact times. Anyway, this whole thing stinks. But let me finish playing this right now.
So they sent Donald Trump into effectively a kill box, surrounded him by a bunch of morons that didn't even know how to holster their weapons, much less use them in a tactical way to protect the president. Now we find out that rooftop that there should have been an officer stationed on, well, there was an officer stationed on that rooftop. According to Josh Hawley here, senator from Missouri, the police officer, the Secret Service officer, law enforcement left the rooftop, left their station because it was too hot. Donald Trump took a bullet to the head because some police officer or some Secret Service officer didn't be hot under the collar.
Fucking kidding me?
Instead, they were stationed inside the building. But that doesn't make any sense because, as we've shown you here from Congressman Eli Crane, who's a Navy SEAL sniper, who's standing right here in the position of Thomas Crooks, that even the snipers inside of the building should have been able to see Thomas Crooks. Thomas Crooks sat right there and fired off 5 to 7 rounds at President Trump and killed people. How the hell did this happen? Now, you can note in this video from, again, Congressman Eli Crane, who was a Navy SEAL sniper, that there was a sniper nest right there, that window. There was a sniper nest for the Secret Service. He went, and you can see right here their view. The view from that sniper nest is perfect to kill Thomas Crooks. This is level 1 of Duck Hunt on Nintendo. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can see videos like this where Trump patrons in the rally were literally filming Thomas Crooks climbing on the rooftop.
There he is right there.
This is like outrage.
He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
These guys were filming Crooks as he was getting into position with his firearm. So, where the hell was the Secret Service? Exactly. Look, there he is. There he is, right there, clear as day. The question was, where's the Secret Service? Well, now we know.
This is like fucking bullshit, people. I am just over it, seriously. Okay, I'm gonna go over this. Okay, before I start this, hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute. So this is why I get upset, because in an investigation, first of all, it was just a show. Usually when a crime happens, you've got crime scene out there. They have to caution off everything. I have yet to see that. I didn't see that going on. Everybody was there. I know that they were interviewing people. They were, doing whatever investigation they supposedly were doing on the scene. But it wasn't just that guy. It was so many people that saw this kid on the roof, and they just ignored it. They literally ignored it. Now, and I didn't pull it up just because I've got so many clips here for other things that I just like, but there's another, all of a sudden they've got somebody that was using an AI, by the way, for the face of the person that was talking. You could totally tell it was an AI. Somebody stuck on their face, in order to say this, but supposedly, because most people are saying that there were 2 shooters. There was one from behind, which is the one that killed, I think, what was his name? Is it Joey? No, it was Corey. I always say, I wrote it down just because I don't remember how to say his last name. Comparatori. It was Corey Comparatori. Anyway, I thought I did, but anyway, that we still don't know what the ballistics report is from that. That would show what path the bullet took when it hit him in the head. Now, I want to bring this up. This is the doctor that actually worked on Corey, the one that died, and I just wanted to, buddy, that this it's a little graphic. There's some blood, and I just want to let you guys know so that you're not surprised by it. But I just wanted to show this. Yeah, it's this one right here.
See, sir? I heard the shots. I thought firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, "He's been shot! He's been shot!" So I made my way over. I said, "I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you." The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There's lots of blood, and he had her there. And so I got him. The helicopter coming in to get him. So I got people there really. I got
Was
them
there only
up
one
on the
person
bench.
shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, chest compressions, as well as I breathed for him.
One person.
I was the only one who did it.
We need to evacuate it. So anyway, that was one of the. He was the doctor, the ER doctor that ended up helping Corey Compreteri. I can't say his last name. Corey, just tragic. And they helicoptered in there. The other thing is the other one that I want to bring up this. This is dingleberries on parade is what I'm calling it. These jackasses, these quote not Secret Service. They're up on the roof afterward. This is sort of the body cam. I want to preface this by saying this. This is just not a normal way that we have seen the government agencies, the DOJ, the FBI, the CIA, all these people and law enforcement agencies around, in the country. They had, listen, when Las Vegas shooting happened in 2017, they locked that shit down. We didn't get any kind of body cam. There wasn't any angle. Nobody's phone. They confiscated his phone. They wouldn't let anybody talk. The FBI director at that time, I can't remember who it was, but he was a bastard, man. The poor, the chief of Las Vegas. I'll never forget in those videos, in those press conferences, watching this asshole behind him like looming, fucking scary. And they didn't let anything. Las Vegas is the #1 surveilled city in the country, and they didn't anything leak out. Still to this day don't understand exactly what happened. Okay, they didn't release. Now all of a sudden they're releasing body cam footage, talking to the Secret Service. If these people were really Secret Service, they would not be normally in any kind of a homicide. They're right now, they're supposedly in the investigation period, looking for the, it's like, okay, when she was asked about the spent case stuff, she wouldn't comment about that. She claims that all of the, because what I said yesterday or the day before, what's really going to tell the story is the communications between the Secret Service, the FBI, and local law enforcement. That's going to tell the story. Well, supposedly there's communication is disappeared or is not available or fucking break. You guys want a prison planet and you want all our, but we can't unknow what happened to our fucking president. I mean, are you for real? Like, this is like outrageous that they're, if they're allowed to get rid of this stuff, there has to be 100 different agencies that were probably tracking this whole thing because it really stinks. The whole thing stinks and it's ridiculous. I wanted to say that first because they don't let anything. The only time that I've ever seen body cam is like, if it's in a case, in the course of a case that I'm investigating, you request it. But most of the time it's not made public. So this whole thing is just crazy. So let me share my screen, and I'm gonna pull up so you can see these yodels on a bunch of idiots. The body footage. I'm just like, hold on, that's not the one I wanted. Is it this one? It's new body cam. Here, this is it. All right, this is the one that I want to share. All right, so. Go. These are Tweedledee and Tweedledum talking about. And meanwhile, the fucking assassin is like dead there, and they're talking about what happened. I mean, this is like crazy. I don't understand. And might I just add, have you noticed the only agent's name that they actually has released was the one that I believe they fired him or he's on leave. I can't remember his name, but all these other the Ghostbusters crew, the women that the Secret Service, the names of these people are still not out there. We have no idea who these fucking people are. So so here I just wanted to play this.
So this is the guy that
Yes, that they sent
saw.
yes, Beaver County sniper scene and sent a picture. This is him.
Okay, all right,
Rifle's right there.
got it. So the bike in the back. Is he on that bike? With
We don't
that
know.
bike? We don't know. So
I
we're
don't
just treating that as suspicious device.
Oh, 1 second. I believe the sniper that seen these and sent the pictures is right inside this building there. All right, so if you go to that, it's open, and yell for. That's the sniper that sent the original pictures and seen him come from the bike and set the book back down and then lost sight of him.
Okay.
He's the one that sent the pictures out. I don't know if you got the same ones I did.
I think I did. Yeah. He's like got glasses on and he's.
Oh my God, this is just a shit show.
So we had the picture of that.
I got that.
Okay, and then this is his bike
What?
with the
That's the
stuff.
body.
And our sniper seen him walking away from that, I believe.
Okay.
But he would be right inside that window. He's the one that physically seen this, sent the pictures, and called it out.
Okay. So, and we have somebody detained, correct?
That I don't know.
Detained on this side.
All right. Our guy that was just up here told me that there's a guy detained. He's the owner of the bike, and I said, no, I think that's the owner of the bike.
Basically, when I got
We've been up here, so we wouldn't know that
We
information.
were the we just hauled ass. We got
Right.
everything.
Got it.
We hopped
No,
up
no,
over
no.
it.
Yeah. No problem. Is that all your stuff?
that was one of our
Yeah. Yeah. So someone came up looking to treat him. And
Yes.
okay.
Copy. Gas is off to the building, just so you know.
Thank you.
he had some.
Yeah, they do. I talked to the guy. They were those people detained. Maybe they were involved. Maybe they weren't.
Other than that, I haven't heard anybody.
Well, I think it's the guys that saw them filming were like, oh, they were filming us and then filming the guy up on the roof and filming us. And when the shots started firing, they like tried to run away. It's like, isn't that what everybody would do that has a phone? I'm not saying work phone, but you know what I mean? Like that.
It's up in the air, right?
Right. So I got no problem detaining them. But, yeah, I'm just trying to detain those guys, find out what they know, who they are, whatever. I'm trying to get clear information to relay back to DC. We have one deceased. I think 3 victims in the crowd. Is that, did you guys hear that too?
That I'm not sure.
So I heard 1 deceased, 2 life-flighted.
I know 2 helicopters were taken off.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know how many.
Hello. Where your deceased?
Anyway, that's basically, I mean, I don't know what you guys, this is just bullshit. I'm so over it all. I don't understand how these people knew to operate. He was talking about a second shooter that they actually had detained, which I thought was very interesting because people have been saying that there were 2 shooters. And unfortunately, that's, they haven't let us know about that yet. So, very, very interesting developments. I just wanted to say, I think that it's very strange that they're allowing all this information out on the internet, people posting stuff left and right. And in a presidential assassination attempt, I just think it's very strange that there's nobody, first of all, being obviously getting, figuring out what, I don't know. Anyway, I forgot my train of thought, but anyway, I just wanted to say that, there's a lot of things that don't add up with this. It's, you say it can't be a white hat operation because if it was going to put innocent people in danger. And so then you're left with, okay, they wanted him dead, but it's such a flopped thing. I mean, the one thing we do know is that, they, look at the JFK assassination. I mean, shit, we still don't know what the fuck happened. And how many 70 something years later? And then all this information is coming out, and I understand that there, people have phones and this and that, but I mean, some of this just doesn't add up to me. I'm saying something anyway. I hope and pray they figure out what's going on, and that President Trump, they have to provide. It's our tax money that's paying for the Secret Service. Like these fucking people in government, they think they're just doing their own shit. You know, like that the money doesn't come us, but it comes from we the people. So like when we say that, you know, we want something done. We want our money to go where it should go, which is to protect President Trump. End of story. So anyway, but so that's kind of what I just a little bit of update on what's going on, and I'm just very perplexed by the whole situation. Definitely collusion here. I know exactly what it is. It feels like an illusion, and that's why I'm just concerned the entire situation. So anyway, and before I go, I wanted to mention that if you haven't seen Julie Green and His Glories show from yesterday, it was epic. I'm going to just play this clip for you guys because I think that this is what we need. We need to like kind of look at, like, I guess refocus. And I think that this is what Julie Green had to say yesterday with Pastor Dave on Humorous. So
have a nation that needs to be protected, needs to be saved by Almighty God and Almighty God alone. People cannot rely on election. I say that a lot. I keep saying it. You can't rely on election to save us. We need to rely on Almighty God. And I'm going to give out to you today a prophecy I actually gave out early this morning. I got it on early Sunday morning about a shakeup in the Republican as well. And I just gave it to somebody that we know because they are massive there. God keeps telling us next, put our guard down. Things look one way, really another. And people are trying to trade him politically, spiritually. And it's on a massive, massive scale that we could not have imagined. So the enemy is not done trying to stop this nation every way. And even if President Trump, which I know he's going to get in, whether it's an election or whether it's restoring what he should have had in the last election, we have to know the enemies are out there in full force trying to do everything they can to stop him. And that's infiltrating even the Republican Party and the spiritual advisors that he would have next to him.
Wow, I can't wait to hear that word, because just this week I was told that there was a traitor among him, and a Republican that's around him.
Not good.
Well, that would have been a warning that I gave to our mutual friend. I think I talked about last week. I actually given it to him right before he went to the Republican National Convention. And I said, this is what you need to hear right now. Mm-hmm. Because there are somebody right him to President Trump, and there's people that are inside of that convention, but also the committee, the Republican National Committee.
Yep.
And they are there to take them out internally.
Yeah.
So I gave him that prophetic word immediately right before he left. I actually was talking to him on the phone this morning about this word, and I said, you know, I try not to bombard him with prophecies. I said, but they're so intense and they're so detailed, and there's so many things that we have to know right now what's going on. And God is telling us this is not a time to rely on human reasoning and our intelligence. We have to rely on the intel from Almighty God.
Exactly. And I think that that's sort of where I wanted to end this show, because the goal what we need to do, there's so much on, okay? And as people have said, we don't know what the fuck at this point. You know, you can't trust anybody. There's no entity on earth at this point that we can really trust. It's for ourselves and God. Those are the only two things. And you know, I know it's very easy to kind of get mired in all this crazy that's going. It's been a crazy couple weeks where it's only gonna get crazier, because we've got the Olympics that start tomorrow and run August 11th. Right after that, we've got August 12th to the 16th is the DNC, and that would be a shit show. I mean, the entire Democrat Party is just, well, the uniparty. I still call it a uniparty. They're all out of whack. So to basically like trust that God is going to keep us at peace within. in midst of the chaos. That's the key. You have to be centered within yourself, and then the peace comes. Like, even though I get mad and I'll say, what the hell is going on, blah 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 blah, it's only because, like, these are things that but it's like there's an inner, I have an, like, I'm not scared, there's no fear. It's just that we start looking to God to get the answers, but also, to kind of put a sort of a hedge of protection over us, so that we're not panicked and we don't have anxiety, and we all know we need to prepare just in case, they about the lights are going to go out. Who knows what that means? If that means just that means an EMP, if that means, we have no idea. The only thing we can do is, as a community, in our little communities, and then as our online community, is sort of band together and just look and see, try to refocus our energy inward to ourselves, but also only look to God and trust God that whatever is going to happen is going to happen. There's nothing you have to understand that. There's nothing sitting here worrying about all this stuff, whatever. I mean, I report just because I think it's an historic thing that's going on in the last couple of weeks. That's why I've come on the last couple of weeks. I think it's very, very important. On the other hand, we don't want to lose sight of the fact that God is the only one that can really save this country and save us. While we're looking for Trump to be back in, but you can't get the Trump. It's up to us. We're we the people. This country is supposed to run on we the people. That's why we have an election system, but it's been hijacked. It's been hijacked by this uniparty. These people who are in with the globalists, who want total control, new world order, total control over our lives. They've created the debt system, which has been since 1913. The Federal Reserve and the bankers came on. There's a lot of things over the last 100 and some odd years that has taken place while they built the matrix, and now we're at a crossroads, and we're at a crossroads for our country, for the world. And what I firmly believe, I just can't imagine that there isn't anybody really to save this, to the people. And the one person that I know, I mean, many people, I mean, my friend Dustin and I, we argue, he believes that Trump is part of the cabal, and that this is all these CBDCs, the centralized banking currency, right? Digital currency, the whole technocrat, which is why I was very JD Vance is he's a total technocrat. He's in with all of them. He's the AI people. He's in with the transhumanism. He's in with all of that, and that really, really upsets me that I don't understand. But it's not for us to understand. If in fact JD Vance is a wolf in sheep's clothing, God will reveal it. These people are going to be revealed, and it's going to be revealed quickly. I don't think we're going to have to wait very long. So we have to just trust in God and just go do our lives the way we've been doing it, and just have it in the back of your head, just where. And that's, I think, the biggest thing that I want people to take away from this show. There's so going on. I could sit here for another hour and probably regurgitate a bunch of other stuff it's just, this juncture, I just think that everybody needs to deep breath, center yourself, look to God, pray for President Trump, pray for everybody that is working to restore this republic. Are things that are happening that I do see. It was so funny, actually. Earlier today, I saw a commercial, and it was this guy, and he was, I guess, Olympic athlete. Apparently, I don't know. I've never seen him before, but he was doing some, thing. But he goes something about, how did he word it? It was hilarious. I was like, the way that he worded it, it's like, everybody can cheat. Anybody can cheat. Everybody cheats. Something like that. It's like, yeah, you could cheat by, putting something votes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can cheat by doing this and this and this. Or you could cheat, and I can say, you can think that I'm in Paris, but I'm really not. And he pulls a mask off, literally pulls a mask off. Nope, I'll be skiing the mountains of whatever. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Knowing that this whole thing is the Olympics are going to be open out in the city without, I don't know how the hell they're going to do this with security and everything. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this all plays. We've got a lot going on. Jody, she says, this is a spiritual war, and the only one that can help is God. We have to trust in God and pray versus evil. So we have to trust God and pray to him to help us. Amen to that. Yeah, and I mean, and I think that that's what my message is for tonight. It's just that, you know, we need to recenter ourselves, recalibrate, recuperate. We can always think about what's going on. You know, obviously, we all know there's so much going on, but the purpose of what I feel like needs, and what's interesting too this week, you know, even with all the stuff, let's watch a lot of stuff. I have like, you know, Christopher Wray's testimony and Cheadle's testimony. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but the point is this. Through it all, I just feel peaceful. I'm just like, you know, what show is this? What are they trying to do? There's an underlying reason why this is happening and why this was allowed to happen. So we just need to just look to ourselves, look within, stay grounded, go out in nature this weekend if you're not busy. I will say that there is, a friend of mine told me that she lives in, I think she's in Pennsylvania, but she was walking, this happened earlier. She was on a walk in the early morning hours. She does like a walk in her neighborhood, and she happened passing by one of the apartments nearby, and she saw like 2 or 3 Suburbans, and she saw people with army outfits. They definitely were army of some sort, unloading their cars, and they were unloading, and she saw like laptop bags and duffel bags, and then she's also saw bags where they have rifles. And one of they kind of saw her standing there, and he just smiled and nodded, and she said she didn't have a bad feeling about it. She had a vibe from the guy. And then this week, Pastor Dave on the same showed you earlier in the broadcast, he said that we are that whatever plan is, it's imminent, within days or weeks, not months. Whatever this event, whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen. So we all just have to remain calm, cool, collected, and you know, just look to God during these, pray, as he does protect. I can attest to that a million different times in the last 2 years, but even prior to that, I should have been dead. When I fell downstairs in Georgia, I should have been dead. I still can't even explain that. It was just crazy. But anyway, but you know, and since then I've had so many near misses. You know, God protects you. You just have to, you know, recognize it and be thankful and grateful for what we do have. This could be way, way worse. We might for worse, who knows? But the whole goal of us is to stay grounded, stay at that inner peace, pray to God, and everything will be okay. And if the lights go out or the internet goes out, you have to know, you know, obviously, Jason, Delphine, and I'm on as, you know, as soon as we can. And I'm also told too, I heard, this was from Pastor Dave, that to travel between now and like, they said anything in the next like 5 weeks or so, no bueno for flying. So that kind of made me happy, because I'm like, well, okay, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm really hoping that this is gonna be it. We need it. And hey, Cecilia, nice to see you. Just hoping and praying that everything goes well. And Mary, she's saying that Mary has been spotted everywhere. We're at the end of so-called media. We keep on a swivel. That's right, girl. it's epic. Listen, no matter what happens, it's going to be something historic that we've already had in a couple of weeks here. I mean, I never thought that I would live through like seeing an assassination attempt of our president. The other thing that I thought was kind of interesting, President Trump, he had a phone call with Zelensky the other day. I'm like, well, wait a minute. If he's not the POTUS, how is he having a conversation with Zelensky? Isn't that a breach of the Logan Act? The Logan says that no prior, president or any agent can't talk to leadership. So if he wasn't president, how could he talk to Zelensky? All I'm saying, I mean, just, either that or what way that they can then remove him. I mean, I just don't know. Your head spinning. I mean, there's so many different scenarios out there. I have no idea, but it's crazy. I'm just like, oh my God, people, you gotta worry. So anyway, we just need to keep the faith. Exactly, Jody. And I think that we will, we'll see what happens. It's gonna maybe pull some cards, but I don't have any questions really. Do you want me to just and see what's happening for the week? Possibly I can do that, or maybe for the weekend. How about I'll pull cards and ask about the opening of the Olympics. How about that? That would be interesting. All right, so let me do this. May only the authority from Almighty God and Lord come through these cards and answer questions for details, clarification, and guidance. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, glory be to God. So be it, and amen. All right, so let's do this. Let's do Father God and Lord Yeshua. You tell us about. Is there going to be anything happen at the Olympic event opening? The opening of the Olympic Paris. Is there anything going to happen tomorrow night at the opening Olympic ceremony? Yes or no? I got one pass. All right. Let me grab that. All right. Let's see. Huh. Wow. Well, this is interesting. Huh. Well, I got the Six of Pentacles, which is velocity, things are going to be on a good scale. People are going to be from all over there's information that is going to be prevalent at this ceremony. There's going to be some truths that are going to come out, and I really think there could be some calm. So I think we need to pay attention to that. This is something that they've been looking on for a very long time. This is also a lot of money that they've spent to do whatever it is, and it has to do with where we're at right now. This is within the war that's on. See, Bandage. It's almost over. We're almost over. But the other interesting thing is that the Death card came up. So this could be, we're transitioning into. This is going to be maybe the start of a brand new day. The last card I pulled is the World card. So that's so interesting. The one that popped out was the Lovers card. So collaboration, divinely guided. This whole thing, actually, and this is something that they've been watching. They've been wanting to do for a very long time. People are watching from a area. So this is going to be a very, very watched, I think, security-wise, but also this is going to be a very watched event. Review. So what's going to go on with the Olympic opening ceremony tomorrow? It's going to be very good for people. This is like charity. This is like everybody. It's generous. It's for the world. It's a good card. The next card is there's going to be some information, possibly some bit of a surprise, but some information that's going to be shown with it's some truths. information truths that are going to come out, which means we watch for the comms, possibly for the opening ceremony. This is something that they've been working on for a very long time, that a lot of money on, whatever this is. So this is something they planned for a very long time. This is like, okay, we're almost there. You know, people, this is the war zone. This is, you know, this is like where you've been embattled. We're in battle. This is part of the battle. This is part of the I think, wide change that we need. And whatever is going to happen, not only will it be calm, but I think it will bring an end to this craziness, possibly. And the death card. Now, that doesn't, there's going to be deaths at this opening ceremony. That it's bring from the dark to light. This is also something that has happened very, very long. They've been planning this. It's been in the works for a very long time. And so we're going to go from the darkness to the light, a whole new day, a whole new era. And it is for the world. And it's for the world. It's for everybody. It's a global event that's going to happen. And this is something that has been, people have, there's been a lot of collaboration, many different countries. And so we got here, guys. So I don't think it's bad. I think it's going to be good. So we all have to watch the opening ceremony of the Olympics and see what happens tomorrow night. Like I said earlier, some people that just got here, I reported earlier that, yeah, they're doing it completely outside. It's going to all up and down the Seine through Paris. So, which is a first time. It's never, the opening ceremonies have never been outside in the open. So we need to really watch and see, if there's any, you could, if it's AI and there's CGI. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying this is like so crazy. What's going on? Seriously. I'm just like, wow. So yeah, so I guess that's what we look forward to tomorrow for the Olympics, and we'll just see how everything else shakes out. And just don't forget that tomorrow, I think let me just double that. I'm not sure if Jason and Del are on tomorrow or not. Let me just look it up real quick. I can do it better on my phone than I can on the computer. Let's see if he's got anything. Nope, I don't have anything that says that he's on tomorrow. I know that sometimes if Jason has little starseed, then he won't. And so I don't know if we're going to be on, but if they do tomorrow, it'll be at, of course, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, our Lady D, she's going to have her show on Saturday. Now, I might not be there on Saturday to moderate her show because I was actually in barbecue, which is a shocker. I don't get invited anywhere. No, just kidding. No, it's kind of far, and I'm not sure positive that I'm going. But if I go, then I won't be there. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Of course, I know for sure that they're going to do their show on Sunday at 5 o'clock. And I think that's it. If you guys have any questions that you want me to look up, or I'll take the questions if you want me to read some more cards. I don't know if anybody has any questions about like the Olympics or anything that's going on. I think we're pretty much done, actually. I think I'm tired, actually. My leg is killing me, which is why I'm kind of rushing through this. But anyway, I guess that's it for tonight. And if anything major happens that's new and improved, I will definitely probably do another show next Thursday. I think it's a good day to do it that way. That's what I'll do if it comes up. Jody wants to know what? Hold on. It's not letting me show it. That's weird. Oh, there we go. I heard they were going to walk to the Statue of Liberty. One in Paris. I don't even know if there was in Paris. I have no idea. The Statue of Liberty? Well, the other thing, too, is remember I want to say too, I'm not sure, but interesting. Pastor Dave, this was last Wednesday, with Julie Green talked about the fact that that the Statue of Liberty actually, and Julie Green had a prophetic word about this, that the Statue of Liberty was going to crumble, and that something about the Washington Monument as well. We need to watch like something that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. So I don't know, but I don't know if there is. I have no idea about that. So anyway, but anyway, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys either tomorrow chat or in chat on Sunday. So have a good weekend, and I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Have a great night. I'm out of here, people. I'm out.